Big SEC guys, Joe, and it's here. Week 1 is here. Let me tell you,
You've made it.
this is like
Happy New Year.
Christmas morning, Happy New Year, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. This is like the holidays for me, Joe.
Every year at this time, August 15th, deer season starts. That next weekend, usually we've got week 0 games just to get a little taste, and then bam, here we are. I'm sitting here, it's Thursday night. I've got Nebraska and Cincinnati on right here to my right, so as you see me starting to jerk over there, it's because something's going on. Had an SEC team in action tonight, looks like they're gonna win. Um, and and tomorrow, when work is over, buddy, the grill is turning on. SEC action tomorrow, and then Saturday, I'm doing nothing but cooking and watching football all day.
I know where I'm gonna be Saturday, folks. I'm taking tomorrow off. I'm gonna play a little golf, watch some college football. I might even go to the grocery store, get prepared for, week 1 for Saturday. What you cooking? What's on the menu, Joe? Let's hear it.
Glad you asked. Let me pull it up for you.
Love it. I'm glad you asked. Allow me to show
Glad you
you.
asked. All right. Tomorrow night, we've got Conecuh sausage dog. Conecuh is the official
Yep.
sausage of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
State of Alabama, Conecuh sausage, classic.
Um,
Aren't they isn't that a Birmingham company?
it's from Conecuh, Alabama.
Oh, is that where it's from? Okay, maybe that's just near Birmingham. Alright, go ahead, sorry.
Saturday morning breakfast, we're gonna have some leftover Conecuh. We're gonna have eggs, orange danishes, 2 pounds of bacon, and hash
Nice.
browns. Saturday's appetizers, my mother has this great, like, olive cheese spread that she puts on these little pumpernickel, like, wafer breads, and then
Shout
puts
out
them in the
Ivy
oven.
Monroe.
We're having those. Hot
Wonderful
cheese
lady.
hot cheese puffs, Rotel queso dip, ham and cheese sliders, French onion dip with, Frito scoops, not regular Fritos, Frito scoops.
Love it.
Boiled peanuts, pimento cheese mini sandwiches. If there's any leftover Conecuh at this point in time, we will make, pigs in the blanket. I'm
Love
betting
it.
the Conecuh is gonna be gone. And then the Saturday main, is I'm doing, wings. I'm my homemade buffalo sauce, a little bit of
Nice.
teriyaki sauce, in case somebody who can't handle the heat, and then, lawnmower salad, potato salad, brownies for dessert, drinks, Bloody Marys, ice cold beers, High Lifes in the bottle or Mountain Jams only, Yellow Hammers, and then we got some whole milk to cap it all off with your brownie.
Love it. Some whole milk for the children. A nice glass of whole milk. Alright, well, that's way better than my menu. Mine's gonna sound really disappointing after hearing that, but that was electric. I'm a big Blackstone guy. I love the Blackstone, the grill, the griddle, so I'm doing smash burgers, and then
Oh, yeah.
I've been perfecting my Cajun boiled peanut recipe, so I'm gonna have the Cajun boiled peanuts in the big crock pot. I'm gonna be doing smash burgers, and, fun fact about me, I'm more of a liquor guy, more of a cocktail guy, so I'll be whipping up some good cocktails, can't wait.
What cocktail do you think you're going to with this heat? Actually, but hey, the weather, folks, we're in Savannah, Georgia. It's been like
Weather's amazing.
99 for 2 months,
Been
and
amazing.
I don't think we're gonna break 85 on Saturday. It's gonna be awesome.
I guess
We'll be in the 60s when we wake up Saturday morning.
I'll give the viewers a little look. Let me get the chair out of the way. This is not going well. Oh, no. This is going really poorly. Alright, I got a good bourbon selection back there. I've got about 50 bottles. So I love just like a bourbon on the rocks, a big glass of ice, but, mix it up too. Whatever whatever the heart's feeling, but I'm so excited, and selfishly, I'm so excited that South Carolina's on Sunday. I get to watch College Game Day Saturday. I don't have the stress. I get to watch all the games stress-free. Man.
And you're the
Like,
early game Sunday. You can get up, you can go to church, have a
oh,
big
yeah.
meal, watch it, then enjoy Miami, Notre Dame stress-free afterwards 'cause,
Oh, man.
spoiler alert before we get to the Cox is I've got them winning.
Love it. Love it. Love it. I can't wait. Well, Folks, we're gonna do these, week 1 previews. So we're gonna do a preview of the games every week. We're gonna try to get these out the Thursday or Friday before the Saturday games, so you have a little time to watch them, so you know what you're looking for. We're gonna pick 5 or 6, SEC games a week to talk about, to preview, so we're not gonna preview all the games, right? When you have, like, a Georgia versus basically an FCS type opponent, we're not gonna talk about that. There's no point. We're gonna hit the highlights. Joe's gonna give you a rundown of sort of what to expect, and I'll talk to you about key players, key storylines. One of our new segments we're pumped about is gonna be, Dan and Joe, the big SEC guys versus the AI. So
Oh, yeah.
we've prompted ChatGPT and Grok to pick a couple games against the spread. We're gonna pick against them. We're gonna see who's better once and for all, Joe. Man versus machine
Should we
in an
be just
epic
using the
battle.
machines to gamble? That's what we're gonna find out.
Yeah, or should we just be like, "You know what? These machines, they know what they're talking about. They know what they're doing."
Mhm.
Um, yeah, then we're gonna tell you some of our sorta things to watch for the week, couple of our best bets. We're gonna do rapid reactions. Maybe we can do a post week 1, we'll do some big SEC guys of the week who stood out. So look forward to some quality content, folks. We've got a lot on the radar this season, much like Joe's menu. We've got a lot of good stuff cooking, so look forward to that.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
Joe, start
I
us
got
off.
7 games scheduled or to go over for today. The other 9 teams or the other 9 games, congratulations, you're gonna win. Don't do
Yeah,
anything to embarrass the conference, please. But we'll go chronologically. So we'll start tomorrow night. Auburn at Baylor.
yep.
Um, this Baylor team gave LSU everything they wanted in that bowl game last year. They brought back, I think it was 13 starters, 8 of them on offense, including the QB. So this is going to be a game where I don't expect their offense to have any kind of warm up time. I think Baylor's offense is going to hit the ground. Go. Only 5 guys back on the defense. You know, the Big 12 isn't known as a defensive heavy conference. Aranda, though, can scheme, was a very successful coordinator, as we all know, at LSU. Excuse me. And and Auburn isn't the pinnacle of offensive prowess right now. I'm not a believer in Jackson. Excuse me, Jackson. How have I already forgotten this cat's name?
Jackson Arnold.
Jackson Arnold. Thank you. Um, Auburn's got one of the best receiver rooms, definitely in the SEC, if not in the country. But can he get the ball to him? You know, he's not known for getting the ball to the wide receivers. In his most successful games last year, it was on the ground. So I think this is a game Auburn's gonna have to outscore Baylor to win this game.
Yeah. Joe, you nailed it. You took my what to watch, my key storyline there, and I'm glad you did because 'cause you're absolutely right. New quarterback, Jackson Arnold. This guy is not a huge big time recruit, but historically has not been super successful at getting his playmakers the ball. Auburn has 2 of the best receivers in the conference, Cam Coleman and Eric Singleton. Can Jackson Arnold deliver the ball to them? Can he get the ball to the playmakers? Can he get it there on time? And can this Auburn team score? That's the big question. Those are sort of the guys to look out for. And then on defense, we keep hearing these Auburn defensive backs are going to be really, really good. So let's see it. Baylor's going to be an interesting test. This isn't a rollover team.
I
So
think
let's see
Baylor's
how
gonna
the
score a
DBs
lot of
do.
points, man. I think they're gonna
I
score a
agree.
lot of points. I mean, I think Auburn's gonna have to score in the high 30s to 40s to win this game.
Yeah, this is going to be an offensive game, folks. So are the Auburn defensive backs as good as people are saying they are? That's sort of the $1,000,000 question. And can Jackson Arnold get that football out to the playmakers? That's what to watch for.
No turnovers for Auburn if they wanna win. Do we wanna pick a winner in this game? Are we gonna pick winners for these games?
We can. I mean, we have our picks versus the AI, so
But this isn't one of them, is it?
it is not, no.
Okay. Alright. We'll wait and do the picks for the AI, so stop me, don't let me but I've got Baylor winning this game.
Yeah, I'll go against you. I'd probably take Auburn in this one, but I think this is gonna be a close game.
Alright, next on the list, we got, Syracuse and Tennessee.
Nice.
Neutral site game. We just got done doing our Tennessee preview episode. I don't think either one of us are enamored by Tennessee's roster.
No.
Um, Tennessee's a 2 touchdown favorite, which to me seems kinda high. Um,
Syracuse is gonna be bad. They lost everybody.
they did lose a lot. I do kinda like their coach, though,
Yep.
so I don't know. Tennessee should win this game. The defense should win this game for Tennessee. They should keep Syracuse under wraps enough for Tennessee to score enough points to win. Look for I think it's gonna be a pretty ugly game, frankly.
You nailed it again. This is gonna be an interesting game. So, what am I looking for on offense? This is essentially an entirely brand new offense. You've got 4 new linemen, you've got a new quarterback, a new running back, and you've got 2 new receivers. So, how's the offense gonna look, right? How's Joey Aguilar, the quarterback, gonna look taking over for Nico? How are the wide receivers gonna look? How are those running backs gonna shake out? And how's the offensive line gonna do? So, I'm interested in seeing how this offense looks. That's what I'm sort of searching for, but I think this defense is good enough where they're gonna keep Syracuse at bay and win this game comfortably.
I think so. I 2 touchdowns is a lot for me to co like, to if I was betting, I probably wouldn't touch this game.
No,
Um, but, uh, but the defense should this is I think this is gonna be probably a turnover heavy, pretty ugly.
this is a take the under game for sure. This is gonna be a low
Yeah, and
scoring game.
I think so too. Alright,
Yeah,
next up, you would think that we shouldn't have to include this game, but I'm including it because I don't know how many positive things we're gonna have to say about Mississippi State this year, and I feel like we've gotta light a fire under them and get their minds in the right spot. Guys, you cannot go to Hattiesburg and lose this game to start your season. Cannot do it. We stressed this on your episode when we did your team preview. The bar here is to do better than last year, okay? You have to show marked improvement, and going on the road and losing to Southern Miss week 1 cannot happen if we're stepping forward. So, do whatever you have to do, you win this damn football game, and that's bottom line. Go down there, win the game.
yeah, this is a tough one for me. I'm with you. The what to watch. This is going to be a closer game than people think. People see Southern Miss and think, "Oh, Southern Miss, they've got to be terrible." Southern Miss is not that bad. Um, this is going to be this is going to be a good football game. This is not going to be like a go play a team that rolls over. So
This is not gonna be Georgia playing Marshall.
it is not. No, no, that game's going to be a bloodbath. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, for me in Mississippi State, I'm interested in seeing the receivers. Let's see how the receivers are, and then let's see how good this defense is. Specifically, the D line's interesting here. We've got some juice on the D line. Like, can they dominate Southern Miss and get to the quarterback? If not, they might be in for a long season.
So, don't need to say anything else. State, you've got a job to do. Go down there and do it. All
Take
right.
care of business.
Uh, the headliner at noon, everybody knows. Number 1, Texas. What, number 3, Ohio State? Isn't that the
Yeah.
line right there? Ohio State's favored by 2.5. We won't pick a winner on this until we get later in the show. But let's just go through playoff rematch.
Yep. Probably 2
Texas
playoffs.
going on the road to the defending national champs. Number 1 team involved. 2 new quarterbacks. I mean, lots of storylines to focus on here. I will say that my keys to the game are going to be which young quarterback can handle the moment and not make a mistake.
Yep.
So, who can make the throw on 3rd and 7? Who can keep from turning the ball over? An incomplete pass on 3rd down and a punt is that's an acceptable play. That's an acceptable play. Do not turn the ball over. And then you go, best player on the field is gonna be Jeremiah Smith,
Yep.
but Texas is gonna have the pass rush and the DBs to cause some issues. So, which quarterback is gonna handle the moment without making mistakes? And then can Texas's pass rush get home to force a mistake, or their DBs have Jeremiah Smith locked up long enough to where they make it difficult to get him the ball? Those are my 2 keys to that game.
Love it.
Daniel, what am I missing here? Is there something
No,
I'm
you nailed
missing?
it. You nailed it. My sort of key players to watch, I wanna focus on the SEC because 'cause we're the big SEC guys. This one's so obvious, right? It's Arch Manning. How's Arch Manning gonna do against Ohio State? We've seen him sparingly, and he's been pretty good. Um, he's got a lot of hype. He's got the Manning last name, so this is really his first big test, Joe, and this is a big one because that's gonna be a good Ohio State team. You mentioned it, the best player on the field is gonna be Jeremiah Smith for Ohio State. Ohio State also has a new quarterback named Julian Sand that, people think has a lot of juice, a lot of talent, so that's interesting. I'm excited about this Texas defense on paper. I think Colin Simmons is one of the best players in the SEC, and I think at linebacker, Anthony Hill Jr. is probably the best defensive player in the SEC, so you've got a I think you've got a really good Texas defense, going against Ohio State, and you've got a really good Ohio State team going against Arch Manning at Texas, so it's 2 new quarterbacks, sort of first big test for both of these guys, highly touted guys,
Hey,
should be fun.
let's not forget that playoff game. Texas was going in to score and I believe tie the game.
Yeah,
Either tied or take the lead when the strip sack return happened. I mean, I think
I
weren't
mean,
they on like the 15-10 or something like that?
there's a lot that goes into it, but if we're just looking at starting 22, I like Texas's 22 more than Ohio State's 22, I'll tell you that right now.
Well, Texas on paper, listen, we talked about this a little bit in the text
Incredible,
on paper, there's a reason they're number 1.
incredible.
They've got on paper, they are gonna be fantastic.
Yeah,
Don't play the games on paper
play 'em on the
and
field.
you know, one of these young quarterbacks is gonna have to make 3rd down conversions and keep from turning the ball over, and the one that does it the best is probably gonna be the team that wins.
Yeah, I agree.
One thing I can guarantee you about this game, though, however it plays out, we're gonna get some wild overreaction takes on this one that really aren't applicable. They're not gonna be applicable by the end of the season.
And that, I'll tell you one more guarantee, there's gonna be an insane Jeremiah Smith catch. Can't wait for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
He's gonna make
more
some
than
catch, you're gonna be like, "That's ridiculous. How did he do that?" He's the best college wide receiver I think I've ever seen, and he's only played 1 year as a true freshman. Very excited to watch him.
that's gonna be a fun one. That's one gonna be a fun one to watch. I'll probably enjoy the first half. By the time second half rolls around, I'm gonna be kinda fiending and itching a little bit because guess what we got at 3:30,
Oh
everybody?
boy. Oh
The
boy.
tide is back.
The ABC game at Doak Campbell Stadium.
The tide is rising, baby. I am so excited. This has been a dreadfully terrible offseason,
Nice.
having to deal with bitter disappointments from last year and DeBoer's first year. Every time he's been a winner everywhere he's ever been. That year 2 has been a special year at every stop. So I am so excited. Everything we're hearing out of the locker room is that this team is a unit. There is no there is no showboating. There is no me first. That they are there for each other. Only SEC team to not have any spring portal transfers. We've had our guys since spring practice started. We've had our group locked in, loaded, ready to go. Um, I can't wait to watch it. Now, that's the exciting part. We've had some recent developments in just the last couple days since we did our Alabama episode. Alabama has 3 starters that are gonna be out for this game. I touched on them in the preview. Jam Miller's out for a little while. Jaden Roberts might have been able to go. We're pretty sure now he's not gonna go at all, concussion protocol. And then out of nowhere yesterday, Tim Keenan's hurt his ankle.
Mm.
The rumor is he's gonna have the tightrope surgery. We don't know when that puts him back. Golly, you hate to see a big guy like that have to keep himself in shape during this. We're probably looking at a Tim Keenan back to 100%. It's gonna be middle of the season.
Yeah, that tightrope takes a while. It's not a short thing.
Luckily, we have a fantastic depth on the defensive front. So, but you hate to see, you never want anybody to get hurt, but golly, your captain and, future first couple round draft player. I mean, he was gonna play himself into probably the top 3 rounds if he wasn't already there.
Yeah.
Um, Wish him nothing but the best, speedy recovery, take care of yourself, get back to us when you can. All that being said, Alabama's down 3 starters, Daniel. 3 starters on the road with a team that struggled on the road last year.
Yeah,
So, lot of, I'm not gonna talk too much. The spread is 13.5. Um, so Vegas is thinking Bama by that's a lot of points for a road game. Um, the keys to the game, I would expect early on, especially while Florida State's still on script. Gus Malzahn's now the offensive coordinator down there. He's gonna have some stuff dialed up. Do not be shocked if Florida State goes right down the field, just like they did against Georgia Tech last year, and scores a touchdown right off the bat. The script is probably gonna be pretty good. If Alabama can force a 3 and out early or maybe a first down and then get them off the field, I will be thrilled. I'm expecting early points from Florida State, but the real keys to the game are going to be when Alabama's on defense. That defensive front and pass rush has gotta make life absolutely miserable, uh, for how do you say his name again?
Castellanos, yeah.
Castellanos. Waycross boy, by the way, he's a South Georgia guy, Ware County High School. Um, they
I
gotta
don't
make
think
his life miserable.
I
They
don't
gotta
think we
put
wanna
him on
claim him.
well, I don't know, I'll leave that for the folks down there. But, they gotta make his life miserable. They gotta put him on the ground. Defensive backs, we talked about it during the episode. We talked about it during, um, our defensive backs, draft. The It's time for them to make their hay. They've gotta lock these wide receivers up. Squirrel Wright, Tennessee transfer, he has made plays against us in the past at Tennessee. We gotta lock these guys up to make Tommy have to run around like crazy person back there, and then we need to let the big dogs eat. So that's the recipe on defense is survive whatever they throw at us early when they're on script, make your adjustments, lock them down. And then on offense, let our playmakers make plays. Ty Simpson needs to distribute the ball and let the guys that are uber talented go be uber talented. And then once we get up, feed the rock to Richard Young and Daniel Hill and let that offensive line push around because Florida State does not have the hosses on either line to really hold up to it if we get into that kind of game. If we can turn the game physical, they will struggle.
Yeah, my keys to the game here are simple, Joe. I'll make this quick. I'm I'm watching Ty Simpson. Is this addition by subtraction, right? Milrow had his great moments, but he could win or lose you a game. I think Ty Simpson's gonna be sort of the steady hand that guides the ship here, and he doesn't need to be Superman. He's got Ryan Williams, he's got Jeremy Bernard, he's got some good tight ends, he's got some good running backs, got a good offensive line. So just be the game manager. Get the ball to the playmakers, do the right thing, and don't turn it over, and then I'm excited about this Alabama defense. I think Alabama rolls. I think Florida State's in for a rude awakening. I don't think that Florida State team is very good. And this defense, even with some guys out and some guys hurt, this is gonna be one of the top defenses in college football, so I'm excited to see the defense because the early games, typically the defenses are ahead of the offense, and
Well,
you've
I'm
got
a
a really good
defensive guy
defense.
too.
Yeah,
I'm a defensive guy. I want to see a suffocating Alabama defense.
100%. Yeah, I wanna see Alabama roll here based on some good defense. Who we got next, Joe?
All right, we are going to probably the biggest game of the weekend, in my opinion. I know it's not the highest ranked teams. That's the Texas Ohio State game. And
Second
while
best
there's
game of
gonna
the
be
weekend.
some wild takes after the Texas Ohio State game that aren't applicable and are way overblown, the takes after the winner of the and loser of this game are really gonna mean. I think from a standpoint, I don't know if I can think of a week 1 game that will have as big a meaning on the outcome of the rest of these teams' schedules than this LSU. This is quite literally a game for all the marbles for both of these teams. There's so much on the line.
The battle for Death Valley, Joe. The battle for Death Valley. Death Valley against
Yeah,
Death
I
Valley
I mean,
Junior.
LSU has made their whole offseason about winning week 1. Their
Yeah,
whole offseason about winning week 1. I think it's what did Steven say the other night? 5 years in a row they've lost their first game of the season,
get it. Brian Kelly does not win openers. He's known for that.
you know? So, they've made it a point of emphasis to win this game. Clemson is good. They're going to be good. They've got a great defensive line, but I think the last time Clemson's beat a ranked SEC team was in the 2018 national title game when they beat Alabama so bad out in San Francisco. Can they finally they lost to 3 SEC teams last year. Can they finally get over the hump? Are they gonna be able to do it? There are some big storylines, and the way these teams are gonna have to mentally recover from this game if they don't win, I mean, if LSU loses this game, I think it's devastating because they gotta
Oh,
play
yeah.
Florida 2 weeks from now, and there's a legit chance they're 1 and 2 to start the season, and how do you climb out of that hole? They don't have a schedule where you can run the table after that.
Yeah, I'm with you. My keys to the game here are who can break the trend? You mentioned both the trends. Can LSU break their season opener trend? Brian Kelly, LSU keeps losing the season openers. Can they finally win one? Or can Clemson break the trend? Clemson does not win against ranked SEC teams. Everybody knows that. Clemson plays a ranked SEC team, they lose. So can they break that trend? I mean, these are someone's going to do it. Someone's going to break the trend. Who's it
Someone's
going to
gonna break the
be?
trend.
If
Yep.
you're asking what to watch for on LSU, the quarterback at LSU, Garrett Nussmeier's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, and my opinion, what's gonna be fun to watch, those wide receivers, Chris Hilton, Aaron Anderson, Baron Brown, Nick Anderson. They've got a couple of transfers. They've got LSU's big 4 at receiver is as good as anybody in the country, so it's gonna be fun to watch Nussmeier throw the ball around. He's gonna throw for 4,000, 4,500 plus yards this year. It's gonna be a show.
Yeah, yeah, key positions to watch, or I guess I should say schematic ways for the game to play out. LSU has to block a very talented defensive front from Clemson. They weren't the most productive of defenses last year, but they brought a lot of people back, and on paper, they have a stud defensive front. Clemson gets pressure with 4 against this new offensive line at LSU. It's gonna be a long night for Nussmeier because Nussmeier turns the ball over when he's under pressure. That's been the calling card on him throughout last year, is when he gets under pressure, he turns the ball over. Clemson gets pressure with 4, it's gonna be a rough night for LSU. On the flip side, has Klubnik finally got it all together? Is he gonna be able to be the quarterback that can distribute the ball, make plays, and put up points for Clemson to score in these big games? And, so I look, is Clemson able to score on this LSU defense that's supposed to be much improved, but has been pretty bad the last couple years? And then can LSU block Clemson's front? Um, if they can block Clemson's front, then I like Nuss to pick them apart because, like you said, those wide receivers, we got a lot of great wide receivers in the SEC this year. A lot of great wide receiver rooms in the SEC this year.
A lot of great skill. I mean, quarterbacks and wide receivers in the SEC this year is pretty incredible.
So those are your keys to the game right there, buddy.
All right, Joe, I think we got one more, don't we?
I think so. I'm gonna sit back and be quiet on this one and just chime in at the end. Why don't you walk us through the Cox?
Yeah, the Sunday game, 3 o'clock, Virginia Tech. What's the storyline here? That's right. The prodigal son, Shane Beamer, returns to play his father's team, his alma mater, Virginia Tech. So there's some family history here. There's some good storyline. They're gonna honor Frank Beamer, Shane Beamer's dad, before the game, so that's gonna be exciting. Shane apparently is gonna make him wear a, Gamecocks football polo while Virginia Tech honors him before the game, so it'll be interesting if he does that. I don't think he
Super
will.
power move, man.
Yeah, people are joking about that. We'll see what happens. This is interesting, folks. I don't think this Virginia Tech team's gonna be very good. I think the South Carolina team's going to be really good. What are you watching for, right? You're watching for 2 things on offense. You're watching our offensive line and you're watching Lenoris Sellers. So, South Carolina's offensive line has notoriously been shaky the past few years. We've been bottom of the SEC in sacks given. 3 of the 4 3 of the past 4 years, we've been in the bottom 3, so most sacks given up, which isn't good. In theory, our offensive line should be better, so it Virginia Tech's got enough juice where this will be a good show, Joe. I mean, if we can't block Virginia Tech, we're in trouble. We're going the wrong way, and if we can give Lenoris time, and if Lenoris is as good as I think and hope he is, I think we're probably looking at like a 31-17 type game, a 2 plus touchdown victory for South Carolina. I think this is a good team. I'm excited to see it. Then on the defensive side of the ball, I think it's a combination of 2 things. We know we have Dylan Stewart at defensive end. He's probably the best pass rusher in college football. So how dominant is he going to be? Right? Is he going to be unblockable? That's what we hope. So I'm watching for that. Our defensive backs are going to be really really good, but how are our defensive tackles? How are our linebackers? And Virginia Tech's quarterback Kyron Drones is kind of a Lenora Sellers type. So it's going to be a good test. We're going to learn a lot. Like if our offensive line looks good, if our defensive tackles look good, and if our linebackers look good, I'm gonna be here at the same time next week saying, "Joe, this is a football team. This is a good football team." And if they don't, you might see me here in shambles saying, "Joe, this might be a
A
house of
long
cards."
year.
We got the ace of spades, Lenora Sellers at the top, but this might be a house of cards. So there's a couple of things I'm looking for as sort of the keen Gamecock viewer, if you will.
Yeah, the only thing I'm gonna add and just to build off of, South Carolina's defensive front. We need to get a feel for what they've got there.
Yeah.
Have they developed over the offseason? We know they're gonna get pressure off the edge, but I'm talking about the meat in it. And then Sellers has gotta be upright. He can't take unnecessary hits because of the offensive line. He's gotta be upright and, don't turn the ball over. He can't turn the ball over, and if you do that, this game, I'm shocked that the spread is so close. What did I see, 7.5?
I am too. It's probably just a first game. They probably think this is just gonna be ugly football.
I guess. I was surprised to see the number that low. Um, I think that if South Carolina comes out and can block well and can handle the line of scrimmage on defense. Listen, the Virginia Tech team is not good. They brought back 5 guys, and they've been in a wasteland for they're not it's not a good football team. It's not a good football program
New
anymore.
team, new coordinators. This is not a good team.
No, it's not. South Carolina should handle their business. Like you said, it should be some kind of 31 to 10, 31-14, 38-17, something along those lines is what the game should be.
Yeah.
And I think you'll be able to tell if it's going to be that way by the middle of the second quarter if
We're
Sellers
gonna
hadn't been
we're
sacked.
gonna know early, Joe. You're exactly
That's what I'm
right.
saying. Like if
We're gonna know
Sellers
right
isn't getting
away.
sacked and running around like a chicken with his head cut off because he's under pressure all the time, and if Virginia Tech can't run the ball inside the tackles, then South Carolina's gonna cruise to victory. It's just like Novocaine, give it time, it'll always.
Yeah, love it.
All right.
All right, Joe.
In
I think it's
in
time for a brand new segment we're all excited about. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Folks, Joe had this idea at shout out Rocky's Deli. We're gonna shout them out pretty much every
Oh,
episode.
are we going tomorrow?
TBD. I'll let you know. I hope
Okay.
so.
All right.
Joe had this idea at Rocky's Deli, and, it's a good one. We thought, what if we picked some games and picked against the AI? So the big SEC guys versus the AI. I am signed up for, Grok and ChatGPT, so we've done some prompting. Joe, are you ready? You ready for us to sort of
Let's go
introduce
through.
this?
Are we gonna do our picks first, then see what the AI, or are we gonna go game by game?
Yeah, let's do game by game, and I've got it all listed here. So we're gonna each week we're gonna pick 6 games. We're gonna pick the main SEC games, and then we're gonna pick a the big non-SEC game, and then we're just gonna pick a completely random game because we're interested to see how the AI does in sort of all facets. So
Yeah.
Let's start with the SEC. So our SEC games, Texas, Ohio State, Joe. The big SEC guys, we've got Texas plus 2.5 here. That's who we're rolling with. And ChatGPT and Grok both also had Texas plus 2.5. So interesting. I think the AI likes this Texas team on paper, and I think we do too. Next, we've got LSU Clemson. So both AIs, Chat GPT and Grok, have Clemson minus 3.5. They think Clemson covers. But the big SEC guys, it's in the name.
Going
We've
with the
got
pack.
LSU plus 3.5. Yeah, we think this revamped LSU offense is going to be good. We think this is going to be kind of a shootout, but we've got LSU plus 3.5.
Is that a sucker's bet? Are we getting suckered right here? Are we getting suckered into thinking no way Clemson wins by more than 3 points? And
I think the AI is getting suckered. I mean, Clemson doesn't beat ranked SEC teams, and then yeah, like I think
they
sure
basically
they
gotta
might
win by a
win, but
touchdown. They
it's
basically
the
have to win by a
it's the half point that really is doing it for me. Like they might
yeah.
win by 3, but 3.5. Give me
Yeah,
LSU
they
all day,
basically are gonna have
right?
to score they're gonna have to win by a touchdown.
They're gonna have to win by a touchdown, and I don't see that happening. And the AI does, which is interesting. So next, this really warmed my heart. Shout out ChatGPT. I think the guy's name's Sam Altman. Shout out Elon Musk for Grok. Um, that's not a political statement, by the way. Just the people who made these AIs, or at least stamped their names to them. ChatGPT USC minus 7.5. Grok USC minus 7.5. The big SEC guys USC minus 7.5.
Can't
So
believe the number's so small. I think that might I actually might go back into my league of pickers and take that as my lock.
I mean, the AI commentary on it was hilarious too. They're like, "This is Lenora Sellers time. It's USC." The AI was big. They're big Lenora Sellers fans, so that was cool. So once again, this is another funny one. Bama versus Florida State. ChatGPT, Bama minus 13.5. Grok, Bama. Big SEC guys, Bama. So the AI and us are both all in on South Carolina and Bama to cover, which is fun. So those are the SEC games. Now on to the non-SEC game. We've got Miami versus Notre Dame. That's another Sunday game. That's gonna be a great game. Both AIs took Notre Dame minus 2.5, but the big SEC guys are taking Miami plus 2.5. We think this is Carson Beck turnaround time. And then finally, last but not least, Joe, we did a local game since we're from Savannah, and this one's fun. And this is where actually the AI had the exact same picks for the 5 big games, which is interesting because there's probably a lot of data, a lot of stuff on paper there it can pull from. But it differed on this game. So our final game is Georgia Southern versus Fresno State. ChatGPT likes Fresno State plus 1.5, but Grok likes Georgia Southern minus 1.5. That's the only game they differed, which I thought was interesting. The big SEC guys, of course, are taking Georgia Southern, fly Eagles fly, minus 1.5. So
Also, did anybody watch Fresno State play last week? That looked pretty rough.
yeah, it looked bad, which is interesting. So ChatGPT's watching that and thinking, these guys look good. Let's take them again next week.
They'll definitely beat the Eagles, yeah.
That was not my takeaway. So there you go. We've got some differences from the AI. Let's see how we do, Joe.
Let's see
Week
how we
1,
do. Let's see how AI does. So we're doing this as a season, basically, us versus them, but also we got XAI and Grok versus ChatGPT, um, Musk versus Altman. Who are you going with AI versus AI throughout the season? I know who I'm going with, and I'll explain why.
you're saying you think one AI will beat the other.
I do. I do.
I'm
I
taking us.
think, and
I think
here's
we beat
why I
the
think it's
AI.
gonna happen. At some point, Daniel, we're gonna go viral on Twitter for this. And Elon Musk is so active on Twitter that he's gonna get tagged in it, and he's gonna make it his mission
He's gonna
to
spend
make sure the algorithm
$100,000,000.
is focused on college football betting, and at the end of the year, he's gonna have set it to where it's gonna pour on. So, Elon Musk, I think I don't understand how, but you have time on your hands to goof off and figure out how to fix the college football algorithms, and I think Grok is gonna beat ChatGPT.
Love it. Elon Musk, if you're listening, you're in a battle with ChatGPT, and everybody knows
Don't
the
worry, we
better
will tag you.
yes, everybody knows they want their to know which AI is better at picking college football games against the spread, so this is
Right.
a this is a tough test. So Joe's right, we're gonna be keeping track all season, so week 1, the AIs only differ on 1 game, so we'll have a leader in the clubhouse, and then the big SEC guys
I think
differ
we're
on a
gonna
couple
see
games.
them I think we're gonna see them as we get into the season, and we can pick a little bit more random games. So we can pick a couple big games, but we can also pick, it's gonna be tough. I mean, it's tough to pick in the SEC. When you've
Oh,
got
yeah.
Arkansas and Mississippi State playing each other, pick that winner. Or when you've got if we go outside the SEC and we're asking them to pick you remember the old ACC Wheel of Destiny that they used to do,
Oh,
like, in
yeah.
the early mid-2000s, where they basically like, "ACC Wheel of Destiny, who's gonna win this
The
week?"
wheel of destiny.
I think when we start getting into that time of year, that AI is gonna have a hard time, especially picking not only a winner, but at picking against.
Yeah, and I imagine, like, Vegas is using AI to come up with the spreads, so it's kind of AI versus AI versus AI. It's very, very meta of us. Very exciting. Well, the last thing I told Joe I wanted to do this, each week, I'm gonna give you 1 or 2 bets from SEC teams that I feel really, really good about that. A quick rundown of my credentials. 3rd place, William Hill College Football Pick'em a couple years ago. There were 3,500 entries, and I came in 3rd. Um, Last year, tied for 1st, Las Vegas College Football Survivor League. Shout out to my friend Alex Brown who did that with me. We tied for 1st. That was 2 years ago, and then last year we were, solo 1st in the College Football Survivor, so won a couple of things out in Vegas for college football, and, when I feel good about something, I feel good about something, so I'm gonna give you some locks. We'll see how I do. Hopefully, we start out hot, but my 2 SEC best bets of the week, my first one, and this is this is gonna be this is my number 1 lock of the week. It's Georgia minus 38.5 against Marshall. I know what you're thinking, Daniel. 38.5 is a lot of points. This Marshall team is awful. They have lost everybody. They're returning 0 people. They have people like me and Joe trotting out there to play Georgia. This Georgia team is going to roll. Um, this is gonna be one of those 60, 70 to nothing type games. So I'm happy to give the 38.5, and like I said to a friend earlier, when Vegas writes you a blank check, you take it, you say, "Thank you very much. I'm gonna go ahead and write a number down here." So, give me Georgia, and then my second lock of the week, this is a bit of a homer pick, but I don't understand the line, and I'll tell you what I'd do here, folks. I would take South Carolina, and if you wanna feel even safer about it, buy a point. So, alt spread South
Yeah.
Carolina down to -6.5, so they just have to win by a touchdown. This is not a very good Virginia Tech team, and I think this is gonna be a pretty good South Carolina team. So those are Poppy's best bets of the week.
Yeah, I think that's pretty sound logic on both those. I think the only way Georgia doesn't cover that number is if Kirby decides not to cover.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Joe, is that it? Is that our week 1 preview? We've knocked
We
out
are
all 3 of
here.
those.
We are here. We forgot on the Tennessee one that we just filmed. Everybody, like, share, subscribe. We
W
got to
we keep forgetting.
we like, share, subscribe. We're into football season, Daniel. The next time you hear from us, everybody, we will be reacting to games. We better not have any tears. Everybody better do their
Reaction.
job. And hopefully we're all 1-0.
We're gonna have some epic rants this year, Joe, when our teams disappoint us. I can't wait for that. We're gonna have some good ones. And folks, Joe's right. Like and subscribe. I think this is our I'm just gonna use some data here. I think this is our 27th episode, and we currently have 10 subscribers, so let's do the right thing.
We gotta get these numbers up.
These are rookie numbers. We gotta get these numbers up. If you're listening to this and thinking, "Wow, these
What's
guys are
stopping me?
a
What's
whole lot of
stopping me?
fun,"
What's
what's
stopping
preventing
me?
you from hitting the subscribe
Hit
button?
the subscribe button.
Yeah, what's how's your life gonna change by hitting the subscribe button? Yeah, when you pull up YouTube, we'll be closer to the top now, and I think that's a good thing. I think
I do too. Think
we're
you'll
putting
enjoy.
too much work into this to not have you all
You're not
subscribe.
gonna find by the way, I don't know of anybody I thought of that versus the AI thing this summer. I think it was back in
100%.
June when we talked about it, and I to my knowledge, I haven't seen it anywhere. I watch a lot of college football YouTubes, listen to a lot of podcasts. I have yet to come across it anywhere else. So
Yeah.
this is breaking. Big SEC guys probably should trademark it. I'm not sure how that would work, but I think that's going to be a fun segment when we're 8, 9 weeks into the year just to see because maybe
Oh,
we
I love
break
it.
Vegas. Maybe we figure out that, hey, the machines, they're pretty good at picking against the spread. We should
Oh
do
my
this.
gosh. What if ChatGPT picks at, like, 62%? You're like,
That's
"That's
what
the
I'm
best in the
saying.
world against the spread."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
Would be
hey,
hilarious.
I've gotta believe that it's not going to be like that
It
because
can't.
if it was like that, everybody else would already and I
Yeah,
guarantee you people would already
yeah. People have tried this, but nobody's put it on YouTube like we have, so
okay,
this is groundbreaking stuff,
right,
folks.
and I like competing them together against obviously, we're
I
gonna
love
try
it.
to beat them, but I like putting them head to head, and we'll see whose algorithm's better.
I couldn't agree more. I was excited they didn't pick all the same games. We've already got some nuance here.
Already some
Grok
nuance in week 1. Yep,
Grok like us, Georgia Southern, baby.
that's
Grok
right.
knows. It's Eagles time.
That's
Well,
right.
that's it, folks. Great week 1, Joe. I'm excited. Next episode, reaction time. Can't wait.
Reaction time.
All right. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe.
Good night, everybody.